What's up, guys? Welcome to the show today. I'm Dr. Matt Westheimer, and today we're going to talk about all things relating to sleep. So, number one, why do we need it? What are the four stages of it? And then, one of my favorites, how do you know that you're getting enough sleep? So, let's talk about sleep for a second and the importance of it. A lot of people will make the comment that I'll sleep when I'm dead. Have you heard that before? I used to think that, myself as well. I'm just like, I'm going to go to bed late. I'm going to get up super early. And, I don't want to waste 2 hours sleeping that I could be doing something else, being productive, working out, or just wasting time and enjoying myself. Why am I going to waste it going to sleep when I can just make up for it with copious amounts of coffee throughout the day? And the more that I started learning about sleep, the more that I realized how the fact of not getting enough sleep, it's not that you know, it's uncomfortable, which it is. Like anybody who's tired, it stinks being tired all day. But it's what it actually does to our health, our performance, and our risk of chronic disease, and our lifespan and our longevity. And it plays into all of that. So, one of the major leading contributors of neurodegenerative disease, cancer, heart disease, a lot of it's diet, a lot of it's working out, but a huge part of it, one of the most influential pieces of that, is actually the quality of our sleep. And, just for full transparency, I have not been sleeping the past few nights the way that I would love to. And I've been paying the price during the day. The first couple of nights this week, it was just food. On and off, I've had digestive issues, and there's certain foods that create issues with my stomach and digestion more than others. And the last 2 nights, I've been having those foods, not inherently bad foods, just not very good for me. And so I noticed that my sleep, especially tracking it, my sleep was not good the first couple nights of this week. And so last night I committed to not eating any of those kinds of foods and going to bed earlier and having a good routine and really making sure that I set myself up for a solid 7 to 8 hours of sleep last night. And unfortunately, my dog had another mindset when it came to whether I was going to get some sleep or not. And so, the middle of the night, she hates going to the bathroom when it's raining, and it was raining last night, so she refused to go. So 12:30, midnight, just after midnight, she's roaming around the room, and so I had to get up, take her out to go to the bathroom. And then when we got back in, she slept all day. So she was pretty rambunctious and ended up laying on top of my legs. And I had to try to fall back asleep like that, which, we don't have kids yet. So people do this for their kids. They make sacrifices that affect their health in one way or another. I do that for my dog, for better or for worse. She's usually a great sleeper, but last night, not so much. And so it really does. Like I noticed I had to take a nap the other day, and when I look at my sleep score, it's just not very good. And so it's really important that I get back to that. So so I get it. If you're struggling with it, I get it. I feel you. Now let's talk about the four stages of sleep, though, so that way we have a better understanding. So there are four stages that you go through, and each one of them is important. You have the first stage, which is like the awake stage, and that's where as you're dozing off and going to bed, it's usually a few minutes, hopefully, unless you have insomnia, that might be a lot longer. The second stage of sleep that you have is your light sleep. The most important stages, though, are the last two stages, and that's your deep sleep and your REM sleep. And so your deep sleep, and each one of them is important for different reasons. So your non-REM deep sleep is really important for your immune function, for growth and repair, for overall health and healing. So that's really, really important. You want to make sure that you're getting typically about a quarter of your sleep should come from that, at least an hour and a half. Then the other part, your REM sleep, which is your rapid eye movement sleep, that's really important for cognition, for learning, for memory, for consolidating information from the day before. And so if you're not getting enough sleep, everything you learned from the day before is not being able to be synchronized and absorbed and integrated effectively into those new strong connections. And so you want to get about an hour and a half of the REM sleep as well. So if you're using a sleep tracker like Aura or Whoop or Garmin, or there's a ton of sleep, BioStrap, there's a ton of sleep trackers out there. Those are the things that you want to look at. You want to be measuring each of those stages for optimum health and performance. And then the other thing that I want to talk about too is how do you know if you're getting enough sleep? Like, one way is tracking it. So one way is actually looking at your sleep data and seeing what your scores are like. But another pretty good way to measure it too is, how do you feel? Now, I wouldn't say this for a lot of other things, but sleep is one of those things where, how do you feel during the day? So just because you feel like you have energy, it doesn't mean that you're getting enough sleep. Your body could be adapting for it. But if you feel really tired and fatigued, like you need a nap in the afternoon, or you can't get through the day without that mid-afternoon cup of coffee, there is a really, really good indication that you're either not sleeping enough, or the quality of your sleep is not very good. So those are like the two main things that we're looking at is, are you getting the 7 to 8 hours a night? That's one piece. But if you're getting 7 to 8 hours, but you're only getting 45 minutes of non-REM deep sleep and 36 minutes of REM sleep, and the rest of it is kind of that awake light sleep where you're not really getting down into those deep layers, then that's a big issue. Like, you need to address both of those components, not just the quantity, but the quality of that sleep. And so as we go through for the next few videos that I'm going to be talking about over the next few weeks, we're going to be going through what are things that you can do. There's one strategy that I do that makes a world of difference in my sleep. It has absolutely transformed my sleep, as long as my diet is good and my dog decides not to keep me up all night. Then we're going to go through what are the three main things that affect sleep and how you can influence those things. And then I'm going to go through just 10 key strategies and 10 things that you can do to optimize your sleep. And so if you have any questions you would like to add to this information, or you would like me to respond and include going deeper on one or more of these topics that I discussed today, just don't hesitate to reach out or just comment in the chat below. I'll be checking those. As always, I hope that this was valuable for you. Stay tuned. A lot more great information coming to you. Have an awesome rest of your day, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.